All right, I'm live on uh, YouTube and I'm live on the gram. Peace to the gods, peace to the gods. Hope everyone's doing okay. You're listening to your boy Jonah Bey with the Jonah Bey Show. We got an upcoming seminar. Seminar. It's February 26th. It's on a Sunday. It's 2023, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's called Setting the Record Straight Seminar, where I'm going to show you all the moves that you're going to make to set yourself straight as a Moor, not in just name, but being a Moor in your title of nobility. So, for more information, go to jonahbay.com to pick up the tickets, Setting the Record Straight. And like I said, it's going to be in February. So if you want to know more about that treaty injunction, it's going to give you a real good overstanding and overview before I do that webinar on March 19th. All right. Now, a lot of brothers is still out there talking crap like, yo, we ain't Moors, we Israelites, we this, we that. Ain't no one saying that y'all not Israelites as well, but your nationality was that of a Moor, being in the Al Moroccan kingdom, right? The Al Moroccan Empire. Al Moroccan Empire is here, was here, always been here in Ta Mary, right? Or you want to call yourself a Tamarian or original Egyptian? Absolutely. But we didn't call ourselves Egyptian. That's not a national name. So a lot of y'all got to do more research. So let me put this in the chat right there in YouTube because I have the chat on Blog Talk shut down because haters wanted to be all up into my chat last week talking shit and all that. I ain't tolerating it. So let's say if a hater comes up in here and starts doing something, I won't have the chat here on YouTube open next week either. So hopefully they don't do that. But here's a case y'all should know about. Circa 1848. On June 6, 1848, a Supreme Court decision read by Theo H. McCleb is the name of the judge, declared that the United States does not own the land of the ancient ones, the mound builders of North America, more than 1,000,000 square miles of land. Also, the court declared the lawful landowners are Moors, the heirs of Henry Turner, Washita Moors, Moors, or Muurs. And the case number is case number 191, U.S. Supreme Court, United States versus the heirs of Henry Turner. Here go the Supreme Court saying that the land belongs to Moors. See, y'all ain't know it was a Supreme Court case stating this. That, yo, this is Moorish land for real. So the hell with, show me the Hebrew Israelites court case that says the land belongs to the Hebrews, right? Show me the Supreme Court case that says it belongs to anyone else other than the Moors. Show me the treaties that the Moroccan Empire allowed white people to even come over here and be here. Show me that. Because I can show you all of that belongs to Moors, all congressional records, right? So a lot of y'all got a lot more studying to do and a lot more learning to do on who you really are as a people. The nationality was a Moor, right? But with that being said, I'm gonna get into Rule 15, left off where I left off last week. So I'm gonna start going in the Federal Rules of Procedure, Rule 15. Let me put that in the chat in YouTube so y'all can follow it. Or you can just Google Rule 15. It'll come up. It'll come up. All right, it's there. So, amendment and supplemental pleadings. So this is the rule. If you have to do an amendment, you got to change your paperwork. And if you want to add any more pleadings. So it says A, amendments before trial. Number one, amending as a matter of course, a party may amend its pleading once the matter of course within A, 21 days after serving it, or B, if the pleading is one to which a responsive pleading is required 21 days after service of a responsive pleading, or 21 days after the motion under Rule 12B, E, or F, whichever is earlier. So, y'all basically got 21 days to change your pleading if you want to make it more according to the rules. Two, other amendments. In all cases, a party may amend its pleading only with the opposing party written consent of the court's leave. The court should freely give leave when justice so requires. So if you go past 21 days, you're going to have to ask them to give you permission to do a leave of court to change it. Number three, time to respond. Unless the court orders otherwise, any required response to amendment pleading must be made within the time remaining to respond to the original pleading, or within 14 days after the service of the amended pleading, whichever is later. So they got 14 days to answer your amended pleading once you put it in. So it starts the clock over and gives them 14 days. B, amendments during and after trial. Number one, based on the objection of trial, if a party objects that the evidence is not within the issues raised in the pleadings, the court may permit the pleadings to be amended. The court should freely permit an amendment when doing so will aid in presenting the merits of the objecting party fails to satisfy the court that the evidence would prejudice the party's action or defense on the merits. The court may grant a continuance and enable the objecting party to meet the evidence. Number two, for issues tried by consent, when an issue is not raised by the pleadings, it is tried by the parties. Expressed or implied consent. It must be treated in all respects as if it was in the pleadings. A party may move at any time, even after the judgment, to amend the pleadings to confirm them to the evidence and raise the unpleaded issue. But failure to amend does not affect the results of the trial of that issue. See? So a lot of times I tell y'all, case is over, like a child support case. I want you to go in now, even though it was over, and I want you to go get the original order, even though you lost the original order, and you are going to do your denials. Then you're going to put in the child support injunction that breaks down how the whole thing about child support is what? Unconstitutional in slavery. All right? That's just an example on how you want to use that part of the rule right there. C, relation back of amendments. Number one, when the amendment relates back, an amendment to the pleading relates back to the date of the original pleading when A, the law that provides the applicable statute or limitation allows for relation back. We use the Constitution, so you can always go back, right? B, the amendment asserts a claim of defense that arose out of the conduct, transaction, or occurrence set out or attempted to be set out in the original pleading. So it will start if you have to go on and further prove what you had in your original documents, and it's just clarifying. C, the amendment charge changes the party or the naming of the party against whom a claim is asserted if Rule 15C 1B is satisfied, and if within the period provided by Rule 4M, the servicing the summons and the complaint the party to be brought in by the amendment. I receive such a notice of action that will not be prejudiced in defending on its merits, and I knew or should have known that the action would have been brought against it, but the mistake concerning the proper party's identity. So you can do an amendment once you learn the real name of the person you want to bring in as well and add them to the suit. That's an amendment. 2, notice the United States, when the United States or the United States officer or agency is added as a defendant by amendment, the notice requirements of Rule 15C1, CI, and II are satisfied if during the stated period process was delivered or mailed to the United States Attorney or the United States Attorney designee, to the Attorney General of the United States or the officer or agency. See, so now when I teach y'all how to do this treaty injunction, y'all are definitely sending it to, the United States and all that. All right. D, supplemental pleadings. On motion of reasonable notice, the court may, on just terms, permit a party to serve supplemental pleadings setting out a transaction occurrence or an event that happened after the date of the pleading to be supplemented. The court may permit supplementation even though the original pleading is defective in stating a claim or defense. The court may order that the opposing party plead to the supplemental pleading within a specific time. So if you notice you didn't put a claim where relief cannot be granted, which is what Rule 12B 6 is, you can do a supplemental pleading where you start putting in your actual claim, and they're going to have to answer your claims, right? They have to agree or deny. See, a lot of times, y'all don't know, under Rule 12, right? When they answer you, they got to answer it point by point. They have to either agree or deny it. They don't be doing that. Most of the time, you're going to win just off of that alone. You have to. So with that being said, let me open up the call lines to see what's going on. I got 573-330. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace, God. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
It is a privilege and an honor, Jonah, to be on the radio with you.
Thank you so much.
I'm the one that emailed you. I've been down in prison 14 years.
Ooh-wee.
Yes, sir. And I'm telling you, your material is hard to come by.
I bet it is.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I got a couple of questions for you, God, if that's all right.
Yes, please.
All right. I'm still in the halfway house. So
Yes.
what can I do to get these mother effers off my back?
Well, technically, you are still in jail, right?
Right.
Now, I would wait until I get out that halfway house, but after I get out, I would do an injunction.
All right.
Now, when you got arrested, did they have a warrant? Hello?
You still there?
Yeah, I said when you got arrested, did they have a warrant?
See, my thing was military, right? So they kind of like just took me to the Judicial Advocate General's office and read me my rights. And the county picked me up.
I didn't ask you all that. I asked you when they grabbed you up, did they have a warrant? You still didn't answer.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Exactly. But hold on. The Constitution says they have to have a warrant issued to pick you up. It did not give them permission to pick you up if they're the military without the warrant. So you have a 241, 242 lawsuit against them.
All right.
Now you can go to jonahbey.com when you get a chance and get someone to get that for you. And you study that webinar and template and set up your actual lawsuit against them. You might as well get paid for all those years.
Man, you ain't kidding. All right. I got the IDP information from you. What do I need to do for the private ID?
Okay, you already did it. All you had to do is send me an email. When you send me an email about the IDP and all that, all I do is forward your email to the guy who can hook you up with that. When he's ready, he will contact you through the email.
All right, fantastic.
All right.
I got a couple more that I'll yield the floor, and I appreciate your time.
All right, then.
As the straw man, can I help my mom refinance her house and then start the
absolutely
discharge process? Excellent.
But let me tell you something. Trying to get a house discharged, teaching that my discharge webinar, because even when you're trying to discharge it, you keep on paying until it gets discharged, because we don't want no foreclosures.
Right. Okay. And this is for the guys that are still, behind the walls. Is authentication necessary for like a habeas corpus or a 5.1 or anything?
It is
like
not
that?
necessary to have that done to do none of that. But I like to be the owner. I like to be the owner of that straw man. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Mm-hmm. And my last one. Okay, I've been taking notes on the material, and I'm going to say might be just my writing, but what benefit exactly does the 14th Amendment have to the state constitution or the federal constitution if I'm still a slave?
What you mean a benefit?
Well, okay, what access? Can I still use the state constitution if it's before 1933?
Of course. What I'm saying is,
no doubt.
You are 14th Amendment because of the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, right? Now, all those constitutions before that was adopted said anything that goes against the Constitution is void on its face, including the 14th Amendment and all that is really void because it went against the other constitutions before that one was adopted. Got it? See, the 14th Amendment actually enslaved you. So I want you to Google pitchfork Bill Tillman, their hot-headedness. Read that, or go to YouTube and look for Jonah Bey's new interview. And I read it on that interview, and it shows you that they enslaved you with the 14th Amendment.
Wouldn't it also be under the Training with the Enemy Act?
No, I just told you where it's going to be.
Right. That's what, the cross-reference.
Yes, it's in the congressional record. It's point blank what the 14th Amendment was for.
All right, God, I appreciate you. Let's schedule consultation here in the future.
Okay.
And like I said, I just really appreciate you.
All right, peace, God. All right, I'm going to the next call. I'm going to 516-304. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God, Jonah.
What up?
What up? Happy, good, perfect health that flows us each and every day, and hope for large when it comes to you quickly and easily.
Shit.
Quick question. Can you deny a notice of appearance of a state counsel, like a special deputy attorney who's defending a state judge and superior court clerk? If they all work for the same corporation?
Yo, slow your ass down. Say that slow. That shit didn't make no sense to me.
My bad. Can you deny a notice of appearance of state counsel, like a deputy attorney general who's defending?
I don't care what it is. Who's he coming to talk for?
Say again?
Who's he coming in to represent?
Oh, the court clerk and the state judge.
And the attorney general always comes in and defends anyone you're going against that works for the state.
Okay, so you can't use it like a corporation can't defend itself.
When you say a corporation, what is it? A state corporation?
No, I'm saying like the United States is a corporation. Can use that same.
It's gonna be the attorney general works for the corporation. He's always gonna come in and defend it.
Okay. Next thing is, do you have a writ of error template we can use? I'm trying to file that.
How would I make a writ of error template when I don't know what error they made? I can't make a template for that because all your situations is going to be different.
Right. I filed a notice of judicial notice for an older state constitution, and a motion to be heard. Mm-hmm. And the judge didn't rule on it.
Okay. Did you read judicial notice properly? They can fucking vote on it later. You got to read the law and follow the law. Y'all are quick to point the finger that they're not following the law, but y'all really don't be reading the whole law.
Okay. Last thing, when are you going to have that credit agency injunction done already?
I said I'm not doing it. How many times am I going to say I'm not doing it?
I didn't hear that, God.
Well, if you heard me say I was talking about it, you should have heard that I'm not doing it. Why would I go backwards and do that when I'm making y'all motherfuckers Moors and y'all gonna get all y'all money and all that shit anyway? And y'all ain't paying taxes, and taxes I already did the tax injunction. Well, that's what the fuck you need to be working on, because that's gonna get you all the money you ever paid in taxes back. I'm not doing that dumb shit. That's going backwards.
Peace to God.
All right, peace. Damn, he hung up, and I don't think he liked what I said. 650-323. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God, Jonah Bey. I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. How about yourself?
Shay, I was all right too. Brother hung up on me because he didn't like what I said. Yo, am I crazy or not? Wouldn't you rather get to the end than to handle your motherfucking credit? Huh?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, It's like they want to still be in the matrix. They don't want to get out. I don't really comprehend that.
Yeah, you're beyond what we are, so we're trying to catch up. Some of us are, and it's a little slow. We're a little slow. I know.
If I'm telling you that something's, first of all, when I just revealed the tax injunction, it shows me he wasn't on it. It shows me he didn't get a copy or anything, right? But if that's handling all your tax problems, if you was on that tax injunction, you'd have learned that the government is taxing you 96 cents for every dollar, and they got it hidden because they got taxes embedded in everything. So why your credit fucked up? Because you didn't pay the bill, right? Well, you didn't pay the bill because you didn't have enough money. The reason why you don't have enough money is because they're taking 96 cents of every dollar you make. So the first thing you need to do is get them out your damn pocket. Why the hell would I be teaching you how to fight the credit bureaus when it's so many people out there that already showed y'all how to get stuff removed from credit bureaus? First of all, did y'all know it's a law that says credit bureaus can't even use your name without your permission? And they don't. You can get it removed just off of that. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to teach it because all these niggas, I want good credit so I can buy more shit and go into more debt. I'm not going to teach you that. I'm going to teach you how to get the fuck out of it altogether. Because all them niggas will do is fix their credit and go buy a luxury car, some clothes, shit like that, and be right back in there.
Exactly.
I'm just keeping it real.
Get that tax injunction webinar.
Right. Everyone want to do everything else except for what they really need to do.
I was on that.
You see what I'm saying?
And I did
in the long run.
Exactly.
Then I need a bunch of y'all to do the tax injunction. Why? The more of us that do it, the more they're forced to what? Get rid of taxes altogether.
And that's the bigger picture.
You see what I'm saying? Wait, what question is the stuff you got for me instead of me ranting?
Well, mine is I did the accord and satisfaction process on an agency.
Now, do me a favor and try to talk louder. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to try to listen while I'm to pee, y'all.
All right. I'll try. I'm at work. So I did the accord and satisfaction process. They cashed it. My problem is I didn't send it to the CEO. I sent it to where they directed it to go for the correspondence. So I did the third-party debt collector letter before they cashed it. But again, I didn't send it to the CEO.
Okay. When you sent that third-party debt collector letter, you were supposed to do that first. So it could be called a bona fide dispute, right?
I did that.
And that's what you sent it out 3 times? Sent it once? But you sent it once before? You sent the third-party debt collector letter once before you did accord and satisfaction? Yes.
Correct.
Okay, good. So now, sue them.
Right. But again, I didn't send it to the CEO. I sent it back to where they said those correspondence needs to go. So I need to send it to the CEO, right?
Yo, you can make him aware of the suit after. You sent it to them. They represented him. Suit.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool.
And make sure you CC him everything else from now on.
Got it. And I appreciate you, God, for bringing in these rules.
Absolutely, man.
56, 12,
because
15,
I want y'all to be able to sue with ease. You know, before I did the tax injunction, right? I did the 241, 242 suit, right? I know people are using it, so let me show them all the rules. See, what happens is a lot of people get my template. My template is made off of the rules, but they'll move shit around and do shit, and now it's not within the rules. So now I'm like, all right, let me teach y'all the rules that y'all gonna have to follow. Why? So they don't strike your paperwork. They're striking a lot of y'all's paperwork, and then y'all come to me, yo, Jonah, they ignored my paperwork. No, they didn't ignore it. They struck it out of the record because you didn't follow the rule.
Right.
So it's absolutely necessary.
That's where I'm in now. I'm looking at the rules before I get to going after this CEO and them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Good. All right then. Peace, my brother.
Peace, God.
Peace, God. All right, I'm going to 864-606. 606. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God. Peace, Jonah. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great.
Excellent. But there's not a show, a webinar that I get on where I do not learn something new every single time. Appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
I want to just a first off testimony. I know I called in a couple of times trying to wiggle the enterprise, and they kept, you know what I mean? I kept getting resistance.
Yes.
I ended up getting my spirit right. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Getting everything in order. And the same doggone thing, probably the fourth time, I wiggled it right on up in there. Same document.
Same document. You
give me resistance.
Man, I try to tell people a lot of times. In the past, I used to tell y'all to put frankincense and myrrh on the paperwork as a spell of protection. Put it on your crown chakra right here, on your third eye, and on your crown, right? Because it would protect you from the evil intentions, right? And a lot of times that would get people's paperwork to go through. Now, also, what's happening is, like, I had a consultation with a brother just yesterday about that, right? Like, yo, Jonah, they ain't accepting the paperwork for the enterprise. So I looked at his paperwork. First of all, his paperwork was, this is an example, Jonah John Bey Express Trust Enterprise, right? I said, yo. And then he has, that was the name of his enterprise. I said, yo, dog, I think you misunderstood me. It's supposed to be Jonah John Bey Express Trust is the owner or the registered agent of Jonah John Bey Enterprise. And then it will be a LLC. You're not going to tell them that it got anything to do with the trust, right? And then I said, yo, I noticed that the woman's beefing about the actual declaration of your LLC is what she's going off of. And I said, see, the biggest problem is, I says, yo, see, here in Georgia, it's a trust state. So what I wrote worked for me here in Georgia, and it worked for anyone in a trust state. I says, yo, you're not in a trust state. I said, so I tell you what, the actual declaration of trust document I gave you in the webinar, since yours isn't a trust state, they talking about they won't even let a trust own a LLC, right? I said, you're going to have to hide anything that says trust. So I said, yo, what you're going to have to do is take that declaration, go down and get your DBA. When you get the DBA, then you're going to take your declaration of trust, enterprise, with that DBA, and you're going to file it in the miscellaneous file. And file it. I said, check it. What are you doing? I said, yo, I gave y'all that example a long time ago of a farm, and a dude lost his farm animals with a storm. I did it on my first show on the radio, right? With Yusef. So then I says, yo, a DBA acts as if it is your branding iron. So you got to brand your corporation before you take it up there and make it an LLC. So then once you got that filed in the miscellaneous, now go up there and just show them, do their LLC paperwork with the same exact name, Jonah John Bey Enterprise. And I said, you should be in private. When you go to do taxes, you won't owe no taxes. But I said, brother, you do realize I did the tax injunction. I said, if you really don't want to pay taxes, you got to do your tax injunction where they won't be able to tax none of your shit no way. So what am I saying? The enterprise ain't really necessary like that no more with the tax injunction out.
That's true.
I told y'all I was closing this shit up. I'm coming to the end. I'm giving y'all shit that can catch it all.
Chopping it at the root.
Right. No more just chopping off a branch. We want the whole damn tree knocked down.
Right.
And I says, yeah. And the brother had said to me, this is what he said to me. And I had another brother say this to me today. He said, damn, Jonah, I didn't get on the webinar because, all this time I was used to, buying the webinar later. I said, yo, I feel you on that. But things change. He's like, God damn, but you doubled the price. I said,
that's the one to get.
I said, you motherfucking right. I said, yo, think about this. You complaining about $720. I said, how much do they take in taxes from your check? Every check. Or at the end of the year. I said, in one damn month, it pays for itself when you're not paying taxes no more. Plus, it gets you all the money back that you ever paid in taxes. I said, are you kidding me? If you think about it, I'm not charging enough at $720. And I said, yo, I didn't come up with that number just because I came up with that number. I came up with that number because of the mathematics, doing a spell. 360 is a circle. 360 is a square. The circle and the square together is what? 720. The end.
Should have been in the circle.
The end. 7 and 2 together makes 9. The end. I'm doing magic, y'all. I'm doing magic, y'all. The same shit they doing against y'all.
Right.
Using the creative numbers, the numbers that create all reality. You know what I mean? Right. Let me do me, man. Let me do what needs to be done for all of us. Right? And the brother said, both of them said it. It's like, damn, yo, when you put it that way, I can't even say nothing. I said, exactly. Exactly.
All right. Speaking of that, speaking of the tax injunction, 1877, the one is in the template.
Yes.
While correlating the one for my state.
You ain't finding the exact shit.
Just newer? Just go newer?
No, you're probably not going to find the exact shit. That's the problem with me being in Georgia.
No, not the word, the verbiage. The verbiage, I can line up the verbiage. Like, I'm kind of on that. You know what I'm saying? And I found pretty much everything that'll line up. But I had to go to one that was...
Okay, then go to the newer one.
I believe.
Then go to the newer one if you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right and exact.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, because I was telling the brother today, I said, yo, you can leave my Georgia shit in and it will work, right? It will work for the Fed. I said, but your problem is you want the state to stop taxing you too. Your state is not going to listen to the Georgia Constitution. I said, yo, my nigga, you're going to have to find that shit in the New York Constitution and change where I break down the Georgia into the New York so that, you know, the commissioner of the tax commissioner of New York will shut down paying taxes. Or else you're just going to stop taxes on the federal, but not the state. So it's real important that y'all find the actual verbiage in y'all's state constitution. Because I've been telling y'all for fucking years, y'all need to know your own state's constitution, right? So if you want to shut down the revenue commissioner of your state, you're going to have to use your state's constitution.
Right. Last but not least,
yes.
Before I go, this is a repeat question. I know I shot this out, you know, in the typing section. I think it was on Instagram or something. But on the 241, 242, I was on that webinar too. For some reason, I had some complications recording it. I recorded it with no sound.
Damn.
Is those like myself will still be available for a coupon to get a copy?
You're gonna have to write. Hold on. You're gonna have to write to my site with your order number and the email that you used when you got on the original webinar, right? And you can get a copy of the webinar for just another $100. And that was the price. That was the price for everyone who got on the webinar the day of. See, so you paid the $360 and then you paid $100 for the template and the audio again. So it only cost you $460, which is a savings of over $300 because it's $720 for everyone else. All right, so that was my show for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. I know I did. I'll see you again Wednesday. We up out of here. Peace to the gods. And like I said, we got an upcoming seminar here in Georgia, February the 20th. Hold on. Let me look. Make sure I don't tell y'all wrong. You know. Setting the Record Straight seminar. Yeah, February 26th. For more information, go to jonahbey.com. Buy your tickets, get the address, all that, because you can pay at the 90 door.
90 seconds.
You can pay at the door as well. All right? So peace to the gods. We out of here.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.